Unit 2. How do you spend your day? Page 8. 1. Spend. Job. British, American. Job, OA, job. Career, profession. Salary, money from work. Working conditions, the situation at work. Hours, H silent. Hours, activity. Vacation benefits. Hours, H silent. Benefits, advantages. Security, activity. T soft D, activity. Dangers, not safe. Not OA, safe. Exercise number 2. Office work. Company director. Receptionist. Website designer. G silent. Secretary. In American also secretary. Sales manager. Travel industry. Flight attendant. GH silent. Flight attendant. Pilot. Okay. Tour guide. Travel agent. Hotel manager. Server. Waiter. T soft D. Waiter. Cashier. Person who takes money. Chef. A cook. Dishwasher. Host. Hostess. Schedule. British schedule. Timetable. Flexible. Able to bend. Grocery store cashier. Office worker. Word processor. Gain knowledge. Gain experience. Entertainment business. Dancer. Musician. Singer. Actor. Disc jockey. DJ. Someone who plays music records. Actress. Number 4, exercise 4. What do you do? What's your job? Take orders. Free. Full-time. Part-time. Construction company. Building company. Department store. Exercise 5. How do you like your classes? Fantastic. Wonderful. An airline. Assist. Support. Passenger. Serve drink. So if I make them plural, it's gonna be what? Serve drinks. Care for. Patient. Sick. Ill. What's your day like? I am pretty busy. I'm too busy. Violin, a musical instrument. So this is the end. Violin, a musical instrument. Now this is the end of the vocab book for unit 2 first part. كده نبقى احنا خلصنا الفوكاب book. Unit 2. How do you spend your day? 1. Snapshot. The 6 worst jobs in the United States. Worst, bad, worse, worse than, the worst. This is bad. Worse than, the worst. This means what? Too bad. So bad, too bad, too bad. The 6 worst jobs in the United States. Based on what? Salary, stress. Salary, money you paid, money you take. Stress, you're under stress. Number of hours, how many hours do you work? Working conditions and security. you're safe or not safe. 1. Fisherman. What does a fisherman do? A fisherman catches fish. Taxi driver. A taxi driver drives a taxi. Cowboy. Construction worker. Construction worker. Builder for building. Build buildings. Dancer. A dancer dance in nightclubs. Dancer ballet like ballerina. Lumberjack. A lumberjack cuts woods. A lumberjack cuts trees. Lumberjack cuts trees. Which jobs are dangerous and why? So, what is the most dangerous job? Fisherman, taxi driver, cowboy, a construction worker, dancer, or lumberjack? Lumberjack is the worst. Salary? A lumberjack takes $10 when he cut a tree. If he cuts 10 trees, he will get $100. Difficult job, not easy, dangerous, yes. A lumberjack could have an accident. What other jobs do we have here? What other jobs do we have? We have different jobs. List 3 other difficult jobs. List what other jobs do we have? Pilot. Pilot flies planes. An interpreter translates things. A nurse looks after people in hospitals. Barman serves drinks. An accountant looks after money. A journalist writes for a newspaper. A postman delivers letters. An architect designs buildings. A shopkeeper sells things. Word power. Complete the word map with jobs from the list. So I have here the list. Cashier, chef, company director, dancer, flight attendant, musician, pilot, receptionist, server, singer, tour guide, website designer. Put the words here. Which jobs are office work? Work inside an office, like company director. Travel industry. In the work in traveling, like flight attendant, airplanes. Entertainment business. Business for having fun. Food service. The service of making food, cooking the food, okay, in restaurants, any place. 1 minute, try to answer. Office work. Company director. 2. Receptionist. Website designer. Secretary. Sales manager. Travel industry. Flight attendant. Pilot. Tour guide. Travel agent. Hotel manager. Food service. Server. Cashier. Chef. Dishwasher. Waiter. Baker, someone who bakes bread. Entertainment business for fun. dancer, musician, singer, actor, disc jockey, DJ, actor, actress, disc jockey. Exercise number 3. 3. Work and workplaces. Look at the pictures. Match the information in columns A, B, and C. You match A, B, C. First picture. She's what? She's a salesperson. She's a salesperson. What does she do? She sells clothes. A salesperson, she sells clothes. Where does she work? She works in a department store. Job, column in A. B, what does the person do? C, the place of work. Place of job. A chef. What does a chef do? Chef cooks food. Where? In a restaurant. A chef cooks food in a restaurant. 3. Flight attendant. A flight attendant serves passengers for an airline. 4. Carpenter. Carpenter builds houses for a construction company. So here, a carpenter in the USA, maybe she's a woman, can be a man or woman, and they build houses. They made the house of wood. 5. Receptionist. Receptionist, what does he do with the receptionist? He answers the phone in an office. So receptionist answers the phone in an office. In an office. Don't say in an office, no, in an office. An office. A nurse. A nurse cares for patients. This is a patient, sick or ill. Nurse cares for patients. Where does she work? She works in a hospital. So a nurse cares for patients in a hospital. In hospital, American, British hospital. O as A. Exercise 4. Yes. In exercise 4, conversation. Where do you work? Conversation. Where do you work? Now, look at the picture. What do you see here? This is what? Hamburger. Hamburger heaven. This is a restaurant, maybe. What's his job? Cashier. These are customers, cashier. Burger or hamburger. What is the name of the restaurant? Hamburger Heaven. Hamburger from paradise. Okay, this is the name of it. Paradise or heaven from God. Number 2, yes, second part of the picture. We see what? 3 persons. They're tourists. One of them is a tour guide. Tourists. Where are they? They are climbing a mountain. Climb a mountain. The woman is looking at what? Village old village, monuments, remains. So she's a tour guide. Now, let's start to listen. Listen and practice. Jason and Andrea, let's start to listen. Ready?
Unit 2. How do you spend your day? Page 9. Exercise 4. Conversation. Where do you work? Part A. Listen and practice.
Where do you work, Andrea?
I work at Thomas Cook Travel.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a guide. I take people on tours to countries in South America, like Peru.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
I'm a student, and I have a part-time job, too.
Oh? Where do you work?
In a fast food restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Hamburger Heaven.
This conversation between Jason and Andrea. First question. Where does Andrea work? Andrea, she works at what? At Thomas Cook Travel. What does she do? What's her job? She's a guide. Andrea is a guide. What does a guide do? A guide takes people on tours to countries in South America like Peru. So a guide takes people on tours. Does Andrea like her job? Yes, it's a great job. She loves it. What about Jason? What's his job? Jason, he's a student. He has a part-time job. What's a part-time job? A part-time job, a job for 2 hours every day. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Where does he work? Jason works in fast food restaurant. What is the name of the restaurant? Hamburger Heaven. Now listen to the rest of the conversation. What does Jason do exactly, and how does he like his job? So, is he a cashier? Is he a chef? Is Jason an order taker? What's his job? Let's start to listen.
Page 9. Exercise 4. Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What does Jason do exactly? How does he like his job?
What do you do exactly? Do you make hamburgers?
No, I don't. I just take orders.
And what's it like there? Do you like your job?
Sure, it's fun. And I get free hamburgers, too.
So what's Jason's job? Jason is an order taker. Order taker, this is job in the USA or in supermarket, in restaurants, someone who takes customers' orders. Does Jason like his job? Yes, Jason likes his job because it's fun and he gets free hamburgers. He gets free burgers without paying money. Exercise number 5, grammar focus. Let's have now the grammar. Let's listen. First we listen.
Page 10. Exercise 5. Grammar focus. Simple present WH questions and statements.
What do you do?
I'm a student, and I have a part-time job.
Where do you work?
I work at a restaurant. I work in a restaurant.
Where do you go to school?
I go to the University of Texas.
Where does Andrea work?
She works at Thomas Cook Travel.
What does she do?
She's a guide. She takes people on tours.
How does she like it?
She loves it.
I-U.
Work. Take. Study. Teach. Do. Go. Have.
He, she.
Works. Takes. Studies. Teaches. Does. Goes. Has.
The simple present tense. The simple present, what does it express? Why do we use it? To express fact or habit. Repeated action. The action is repeated. Okay. How can I form it? How can I make it? Let's start to read. Yes. I say I come, you come, we come, they come. He, she, it. He comes, she comes, it comes. He, she, it, verb plus s. S, es, ies. What does he do? What does she do? What's his job? What's her job? Positive, you'd like, okay. She comes from England, so you put S. Negative, to say no. He doesn't play football. So, in positive, we put S, ES or IAS. In negative, doesn't, don't plus main verb. Question, WH question like, what does he do? What does she do? Where does he come from? Where does she come from? Now, for the simple present, we said he, she, it, verb plus s, es, ias. If the verb ends with y, like study, studies, I put ias. He, she, it, ias, studies. But, and there is a consonant, there is d before y. Okay? I change the y into I and add es, studies. If the verb ends with o, like do, go, ch, teach, sh, wash, x. If the verb ends with x, o, ch, sh, or x, we put es, or ss, we put es with he, she, it. The negative, he, she, it, doesn't, plus main verb. He works a teacher. Negative, he doesn't work a teacher. She studies English every day. She doesn't study English every day. She usually goes to school. She doesn't go to school. Let's have WH questions. In WH question, as we said, we have question word like what, where, when, how, any question word. Do or does. Subject plus main verb. The subject with do, do we, do you, do they. Does he, does she, does it, does he, she, it, plus, okay, the main verb after the subject. Now let's answer the question A and B. A. Complete this conversation, then practice with a partner. What's the picture? What's this? It's a violin. So what do? B, I'm a full-time student. I study the violin. And where do you go to school? And where do you go to school? I go to the New York School of Music. Wow. How do you like your classes? I like them a lot. I like them a lot. 2. 1 minute, try to answer. What does Tanya do? She's a teacher. Tanya is a teacher. She teaches an art class. Teaches, you put ES. She teaches an art class at a school in Denver. Because teach ends with CH, put ES. And what about Ryan? Where does he work? He works for a big computer company in San Francisco. He works. A. What does he do exactly? What? He's a website designer. Designer, G silent. He designs fantastic websites. B. Pair work. What do you know about these jobs? Complete the chart. Then write sentences about each job. Here we have 3 jobs. You make sentences about every job. A flight attendant works for an airline. Airline like Egypt Air. A flight attendant assists passengers, helps passengers. A flight attendant serves drinks. A doctor. What does a doctor do? A doctor works in a hospital. A doctor cares for patients. A doctor cares for patients, sick people. A doctor gives medicines. What about teacher? A teacher works in a school. A teacher teaches classes. A teacher helps students. Number C. Ask your partner. Ask your friend questions like this about work, school. Yes. Like, what do you do? What's your job? Where do you live? Do you study? Where? How do you like your job? Where do you live? Do you work? Where? What's your favorite? What's your favorite job? What's your favorite hobby? What's your favorite town? What's your favorite city to live in? What do you do? I'm a teacher. Do you study? No, I work. Where? I work in the Russian Center. How do you like your classes? I like them a lot. I like teaching a lot. What's your favorite subject? English is my favorite subject. Where do you live? I live in Cairo. This is the end of Unit 2, Part 1. Interchange 1, Unit 2, Part 1, 3rd edition. Interchange 1, 3rd edition. Thanks God. الحمد لله رب العالمين. كده بقى خلصنا this part. Now, what about the homework? Homework number 1, keep the words by heart. You have to keep the vocab by heart. You have to listen at least 3-4 times to the CD. You listen different times. Number 3, there is video on YouTube about this unit. Search for it. Write Interchange 1 Unit 2 video. Yes, it's only one video. Yes, for every unit there is video with the book. It's a great video. Yes, about jobs and work. Let's stop here.